There's an old saying that I find myself returning to time and again. It goes, "Be wary of the friend who often says I." Their focus is often not on you, but on themselves. Today we are going to explore that saying from the perspective of Stoic philosophy and what it can teach us about the nature of friendship and self-focus. Stoic philosophy, a wellspring of ancient wisdom, offers us an approach to life that is as applicable today as it was in the days of Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. It asks us to confront the world with clear, unflinching eyes, stripping away the layers of wishful thinking and comforting illusions that often cloud our perceptions. It implores us to recognize the world in its bare state, not as we might romantically wish it to be, but as it genuinely is. The Stoics held that in the cold light of reality, we do not encounter despair, but rather the opposite, liberation. When we accept the world as it is, we release ourselves from the futile struggle of trying to control the uncontrollable. This acceptance is not a form of resignation, but a form of understanding that empowers us to focus on what we can control: our judgments, our reactions, our internal states. And within this acceptance, we unearth a profound sense of peace and contentment. Let's delve into a familiar scenario. Picture a friend of yours. This friend has a peculiar trait. Their conversation orbits around a singular point, themselves. Their achievements, their trials, their ambitions, their dreams, all revolve around that singular pronoun, I. At first, it might appear harmless or even engaging. Their life stories might be inspiring, and their triumphs might motivate you. But as the sands of time trickle down, you begin to sense a weariness creeping into your soul. The friendship begins to feel one-sided, as if you're an audience to their monologue rather than a participant in a dialogue. A nagging question begins to haunt the back of your mind. Do they even notice the imbalance? This is the friend you've been cautioned about. It's important to highlight that this cautionary note isn't a call to shun these individuals. Far from it. It's an invitation to understand them, to delve into the depths of their constant self-focus, to comprehend its implications. They are not inherently bad people because of their self-absorption. Everyone has their struggles, their insecurities, their reasons. But their perpetual emphasis on I raises serious questions about their ability to empathize, to offer mutual support, to be a true friend in the fullest sense of the word. Friendship, as per Stoicism, isn't merely about companionship or shared experiences. It's about mutual growth, about helping each other navigate the tumultuous seas of life, about being there for each other, not just in moments of joy, but also in times of despair. A true friend doesn't merely share your path, but helps illuminate it, contributing to your growth and aiding you in the pursuit of virtue. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, mindfulness is pivotal. It isn't the superficial awareness of one's surroundings, but a deeper, more introspective understanding. This inward gaze, when turned upon our reactions to others, provides profound insights. When a friend consistently centers themselves, it may kindle feelings of unease within you. Such feelings are neither irrational nor unjustified. They are a reflection of an intuition, a gut feeling that something is not quite right. This introspection is the heart and soul of the Stoic practice. Stoicism invites us to thoroughly examine our feelings, to dissect them, not to stifle or dismiss them. It promotes a culture of understanding of ourselves, our emotions, and our interactions with others. It urges us not to brush off these feelings of unease as mere annoyances, but to see them as a call to delve deeper. It's an invitation to investigate the dynamic that is potentially unhealthy, and to explore what it tells us about ourselves and our relationships. Stoicism places great importance on friendships. Friends are not mere companions who accompany us through the highs and lows of life. They are much more than that. They are the mirrors reflecting our virtues and flaws. They are the sounding board for our thoughts, the challengers of our beliefs, the supporters of our dreams. They are the ones who walk alongside us on our journey of life, not only sharing our path, but also enriching it. In the pursuit of virtue, a concept highly esteemed in Stoicism, a true friend is an invaluable ally. They contribute to your moral and personal development, pushing you towards betterment. They are the ones who cheer for your victories, console you in your failures, and challenge you to rise higher. In their presence, you should feel acknowledged, appreciated, and valued, not because of what you can do for them, but for who you are as a person. However, a friend who constantly uses I sets off an alarm in the harmony of this relationship. It signifies a tilt, an imbalance in the give and take of the friendship. It indicates a focus on the self that overshadows the shared bond, the mutual exchange of thoughts, emotions, and experiences. It's the friend who, instead of holding up a mirror to help you see your reflection, is captivated by their own. This constant self-focus deprives the friendship of its most essential aspect, mutual growth and understanding. A friendship is a dance of two individuals growing together, learning from each other, and understanding each other more deeply. When one friend is so engrossed in themselves, this dance becomes a solo performance. The mirror that should have reflected both friends becomes a one-way view, and the opportunity for mutual growth is lost. You might ask, why should we be wary of such a friend? What harm can come from their self-focus? Well, the Stoic philosophers would argue that such a friendship could hinder our personal growth. It can cloud our perception, making us more susceptible to their influence, steering us away from our virtues. We might start to feel invisible, unheard, or unimportant, and that can lead to self-doubt and a warped perception of our own worth. We start to measure our value not by our virtues, but by our friends' attention or approval. This is contrary to the Stoic belief that our worth comes from within, from our virtues, and not from external validation. So, what can we do if we find ourselves in such a situation? Stoicism offers a twofold solution. First, it encourages us to manage our expectations. Remember, we can't control other people's actions, but we can control our reactions. We can choose not to let their self-focus affect our self-worth. Second, Stoicism urges us to communicate. As Marcus Aurelius said, if someone can show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed. Speak up, express your feelings, and seek understanding. Your friend might not even realize the impact of their behavior. But remember, the goal is not to change them. It's to articulate your feelings and assert your needs. If they respect and value the friendship, they would be willing to adapt. There's a profound truth we must grapple with here. We cannot control others, only our reactions to them. And when we understand this, we liberate ourselves from the emotional turmoil that such situations often bring. If the friend who often says, "I," does not change their ways, it's time to practice another Stoic principle: detachment. It's the understanding that some things, and some people, are not meant for us, and that's okay. We can choose to walk away, to seek healthier friendships, ones that encourage mutual growth and understanding. And when we do that, we aren't just practicing self-care, but also the Stoic principle of self-preservation, the preservation of our virtues, our peace, and our well-being. Stoicism is not just about accepting reality, but also about taking action to live a life aligned with our virtues. In closing, remember this: a friend who often says "I" is not necessarily a bad person. They might be unaware of their habit, or they might be stuck in their own patterns. Either way, we can't control them. But we can control our response, our perception, and our decisions. We can choose to manage our expectations, to communicate our feelings, and if necessary, to walk away. We can choose to surround ourselves with people who encourage our growth, who mirror our virtues, and who understand the value of a balanced friendship. After all, as the Stoics taught us, it's not the events of our lives that shape us, but our beliefs as to what those events mean. So let's choose to believe in our worth, in the power of our virtues, and in our capacity to shape our lives. Let's choose to be the architects of our relationships, the custodians of our well-being, and the champions of our personal growth. And if we can do that, then we have truly understood the essence of Stoicism and the warning about the friend who often says "I." Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoic philosophy. I hope you found it enlightening and perhaps even a little transformative. Remember, the power lies within you, always. Until next time, stay curious, stay mindful, and stay virtuous.